Don't do that. Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Let me turn me off over there. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is yours truly, Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta's own shirt. Should I say it? Tie guy. All right. So, I'm super excited this evening to be doing this Google Hangout for the eLister Pro community because literally I have some eLister Pro community users, you know, that are just excited about sharing their stories, excited about sharing their experience, excited about being on this Google Hangout and giving a testimonial for eLister Pro because the bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just going to be straightforward with you. I don't care what you hear. I don't care what you read, but I will say this. Listen to the people that are actually using the tool and that are getting results. You understand what I'm saying? Because people are going to say what they're going to say. People are going to do what they're going to do. But the facts tell the story. And we got some wonderful stories to share this evening. So let me just tell you real briefly a little bit about myself, and then what we're going to do is hop right over to our panelists and just simply start asking them questions so that way you can hear from the people, the voice of the people. All right, so again, I'm Jacques Morris here in Atlanta, Georgia. Actually been doing e-commerce, drop shipping, coming up on about a year here. As far as my personal experience, it is a very, very, very good industry. Individuals can create whatever level of income they want as long as they take the time, and that's a key point, they take the time to put up the listings. So let's fast forward a little bit. Me and my partner, one of my business partners, had an idea, and that was to get up thousands of listings, max out our limit so we can make all this money so we could invest in the paid marketing and advertising. So we took this idea, and it actually grew, and then it got a vision, and then it just started taking up on a life of its own. And as a result, what you see today is eLister Pro, which is designed to save people time. How valuable is your time? Let me just ask you, how valuable is your time? Can you hear me now? How valuable is your time? Your time is of a value that literally nobody probably can put a price on. And so that's our objective with eLister Pro. Help you to save time and then have it where your listings look a lot more professional. And then as a result, you're going to hear from our panelists about the things that are going on. So myself, Jacques T. Morris, as well as Michael Reyes and Devin Bellman, we are the three owners of eLister Pro. And when I tell you that eLister Pro has already gotten phenomenal results for the individuals that are using it, we are bound and determined to improve eLister Pro. We're taking it to another level. We're just so happy and excited about what we have. And the question that we ask every single day is, how can we make it better? How can we save people more time? How can we make it better? What else can we do to help people out? So I'm going to stop talking because, again, that's a little bit about my story, what I do. You know, you've seen me, you know, around here, shirt and tie guy, you know, Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta's own. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead, speak to our panelists, and first we're going to speak with Mr. Alfredo. Now, Alfredo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can.
All right, so before we actually came out live, Alfredo had something that happened to him, and I'm just going to put Alfredo up. And Alfredo, go ahead and share with all of our listeners and all of our viewers what actually happened to you before you came out here live on this Hangout.
Actually, while we were waiting, I just got a cha-ching that it might show up here. I don't know. See?
Ah, I see it.
That's an item that I listed yesterday evening, and it's all just now, 24 hours later.
Okay, so that's something that you listed with eLister Pro, or that's a previous listing?
No. All my listings have been ELP listings since we started in the beta when you invited me.
Ah, so you've actually been on board for a while. You were part of that original beta group. So let me just ask you.
Yes, sir.
What was your experience before eLister Pro, and what has been your experience since you've gotten started here with eLister Pro?
Well, before eLister Pro, I was doing it the old-fashioned way, you know, researching and then copying and pasting to my products and doing all the research. And it used to take me about 20 minutes per listing, all included. You know, the images, the everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got the hang of eLister, I've been perfecting my art.
Okay.
Now it takes me about, if I'm very, very picky about a listing, where I'll go to Google and search for keywords, it'll take me about 7 minutes.
Okay.
If I'm not, it'll take me to do a listing.
It'll take you how long to do a listing if you're not picky?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. So what you're telling me, Alfredo, is that eLister Pro has helped you to go from 20 minutes per listing on average down to about 5 minutes per listing on average. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, excellent. So what are you doing with all that additional time that you're saving, if you don't mind sharing with us?
Well, I'm listing more.
Excellent.
Well, I have an advantage that I'm in front of a computer all day long. I'm a software developer.
Okay.
That's why I give Michael and Evan so much grief.
Excellent.
And since I'm at the computer all day, I can pretty much answer questions, customer support, returns, refunds, right then and there. And that has given me a lot of rapport with the buyers. But now I'm trying to list between 20 and 30 items per day.
Wow. Sounds good. So let me ask you this question. With the increased amount of listings, and ladies and gentlemen, let me just say, results do vary. We cannot guarantee that you're going to get more views, more watches, or more sales. We just simply can't do that. It wouldn't be right for us. However, I'm going to ask Alfredo, since using eLister Pro, have you noticed an increase in views, watchers, and or sales? Please share that with our viewers.
Yes, absolutely. I usually start getting views within 3-4 hours, sometimes right away, and watchers probably next day or so. Sometimes without no views and or watchers, I get the sales. Sounds weird, but it works.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So, again, want to thank you for sharing your personal experience with us, Alfredo. I may come back to you, so just hang out with us if you can. So, really quickly, I want to go to Miss Callie Friend. Now, if that's not a warm, welcoming name, Callie, Friend, I don't know what name is going to be warm and welcoming. So, Callie, how are you doing this evening?
I am awesome. It's nice and quiet in my house. I have no kids. Yay.
Excellent. So real briefly, just tell us a little bit about your eBay background, because I know you came out previously on one of our Hangouts, and you have a pretty extensive background or history with eBay. So tell us a little bit about your background, and then share with us, what you've experienced since you started using eLister Pro.
Well, I am a very seasoned eBay seller. I've been selling on eBay for well over 10 years. I can't even tell you how long it's been. That tells you how long I've been on there. But I own 2 stores, and one I create a product, and the other one I use now. I drop ship on that particular website. I just completely shut it down and revamped it, and it's coming back now after 2 weeks of being down. But eLister Pro itself has increased my sales. And what I really, really like about eLister Pro, and a lot of people don't talk about this, is like myself, I own a store that I create my own product in. I can use eLister Pro for that. I don't have to use it for drop shipping. And that's the beauty of this program. It's so universal for anybody who sells on eBay. You can list your products using this particular product. It's awesome. My sales have increased. Since I've gone live 2 days ago, I've had 2 sales. So I know once I get things going and getting more product up now, it's going to really take off. Everybody really likes the store, and I'm getting really good positive feedback also with it. So Yay!
Totally awesome, totally awesome. And man, you actually hit on a very, very, very good point because typically, you know, I gotta be honest, we think of the mindset of drop shipping, but understand that there are 6 million sellers on eBay and not everybody drop ships. I would venture to say probably the vast majority of sellers on eBay don't drop ship. And according to what you just said, that eLister Pro will help those individuals out too. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Because of the format that it's set up, it's so easy. You have to remember, putting eBay's listing can be very tedious and very hard to get it up. I was spending an hour on each listing. Now, mind you, I have over 500 products that I have listed on there over 10 years of time. So it's been a slow build-up. But that's time wasted when you think about it. And then you get into eLister Pro, and that has taken my time from an hour down to 5 minutes.
Wow.
That's huge when you talk 500 products. I mean, do the math itself. I mean, it's phenomenal how much time I have physically saved. And it has opened it up for me to be able to get more product up, create new product if I really need to, because now I can spend the time creating that new product that I need to get that other store really, really going the way I want it to. And it also gives me that time to start this new store with my drop shipping side and really get it going. I have opened up, eLister Pro has opened up a doorway for me to get to be more productive, to keep it concise, and to really get work done where I wasn't before. You know, and to be honest with you, I was extremely skeptical when I got into this program. I was like, there's no way this is going to work. And when I started using it that first night, I was like, oh my God, this is a complete, I can't even describe the feeling I felt that night when I got it and started listing. It was a godsend, to be honest with you. It was phenomenal, the feeling I got from it. So anybody who thinks that, you know, they're really unsure about it, go in and try it. Give it some time. Give it 2 weeks. That's what I always tell people. Give things 2 weeks to try and work and see what happens. You would be surprised how easy this program is to use, and that in itself is going to save you time.
Wow, definitely appreciate that, Callie. And I mean, man, you just touched on so many different points that I can't even recall them all. But I do want to tell our viewers that, hey, currently right now, at least until February the 28th, you can actually try eLister Pro for 7 days for all of $1 big dollar, like 100 pennies. You can try eLister Pro for 7 days, because what a lot of people don't understand is that eLister Pro is simple. It is very, very simple. And what we've done here is, you know, we just basically took the whole process and streamlined it to save you time, because the bottom line is you're only going to sell a certain percentage of the items that you list anyway. So why not save time in listing those items, get more items up, you know, pretty much evaluate your inventory, make changes, and just become more productive. Plus the process is a lot more enjoyable. So again, if you think eLister Pro is overly complicated, if you think there's something wrong with it, try it out. I mean, hey, for $1, I mean, if $1 is not worth you saving time, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. But again, Callie, we definitely appreciate you coming out, you know, being dedicated, determined, and dependable, and also spending time with your family, because, again, that's the most essential aspect. So, again, I want to thank you for sharing with us this evening. And, again, I may come back to you and ask you some more questions, if that's cool.
Can I say one more thing?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Guys, if you need the help and you're not sure about something, ask. We are here online to help you out. That's what we do during the day. I am a message away. I'm on Facebook 24/7. Message me, email me, whatever. You got a question, ask us. We're here to help you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And also, if somebody referred you to this Google Hangout, you know, get back to the person that referred you here and ask them for their link, so that way you can set up your own temporary account with eLister Pro. If you like it, you stay with us. You know, bottom line, $19.99 a month. If you don't like it, you cancel, because we understand not everything is for everybody. But if you're looking to save time, eLister Pro might just be for you. So again, appreciate that, Callie. Now let's see here. we're going to, you know what? We're going to jump over the water a little bit. We're going to go down to the Dominican Republic. We're going to go speak to Carlos. Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo?
I'm great. Thank you for asking, Jack. I'm doing pretty good, even better now that I'm using eLister Pro.
Excellent.
You guys, Dominican
yeah, I was going to say, let me ask you this, Carlos.
Go ahead.
How long have you actually been using eLister Pro?
About a week and a half.
Okay, so you've been using it a week and a half. You're relatively new. How long have you actually been selling on eBay?
Around 7 months. Right
Okay,
now.
so in 7 months, you've had the opportunity to experience more than a few things on eBay itself as far as the process and getting up listings. You've been with eLister Pro a week and a half. Help our viewers appreciate what the difference has been since you started selling on eBay, got introduced to eLister Pro, and then as we lead up till today, help us understand what's going on down there in the Dominican Republic, man.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Well, first of all, I've been drop shipping for about 7 months now, and I can tell you when you start doing your drop shipping and listing up items on your eBay account, on your eBay store, it most of the time will take you a lot of time if you're starting brand new like I did. I mean, I started from square one, zero feedback, no nothing. All right. So when you start from scratch, getting your listings up, getting familiar with the online businesses and all that, the suppliers, this and that, it'll take you time, and it'll take you a lot of time. Well, not a lot of time, but it will take you some time to develop the ability to create high quality listings, right? And boy, let me tell you, I have to laugh. I'm sorry, I have to laugh. But after I started using it, first of all, let me tell you, I was kind of skeptical. When I saw the web page and all that and the testimonials, I was like, really? But I decided to give it a try. I said, after all, it's just $20. I mean, and I'm an entrepreneur. I try to develop an entrepreneur mindset. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this $20 trial, and I'm going to see what happens. And I signed up for the eLister Pro, list my first item up, nothing fancy, all right? But after around 2 days, I decided to take it seriously. And, I started the timer and asked myself, okay, let me see if I can really take advantage of this tool, this eLister Pro. Let me see how fast I can list up my items. Let me see how much quality I can add to my listings and all that. And boy, I mean, I went from 20 to 25 minutes per listing to around 4, maybe 5 minutes per listing.
Wow.
And not only that, I mean, my listings they look even better now. They have a high quality. I mean, I'm doing better quality listings, higher quality listings, and I don't have to calculate price and all that. eLister Pro helps me out with all of that. Not only that, I have to say this, your listings are also protected with the copy protection feature on eLister Pro, which is great, which is awesome. I mean, you just think about it. You're listing and listing and listing and listing and listing, and your description, not only your description, but your description and your pictures are protected with the eLister Pro software. I mean, when you list up your items using the eLister Pro software, and it has gone really well. I've been doing it. I've been doing my listings with eLister Pro for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and I can tell you, I've sold around 3 to 4 products listed with eLister Pro so far, which is great. Let me add to that there's a particular item that I listed just to try out. I mean, I thought to myself, well, let me try to list something that is, above the $500 to see what happens with the eLister Pro. And I can even send you screenshots. I have more than 200 views. I mean, that had never happened before to any one of my listings. And I have 200 views on that particular item, and 11 watchers, guys. 11 watchers. That's the $200 profit item up there, almost being sold with the help of eLister Pro. And as Jack says, results may vary from person to person. However, I can tell you that, bottom line, eBay is all about listings your items. Put up your listings on your store and get as much listings as you can with the higher quality that you can, so you can, try to beat the odds or try to know your numbers, like Jack said in the dropship model. Well, I'm not gonna get into that.
Okay. All right. So
it is good.
all right. So that was a lot that you shared with us. Like, that was a lot, and it sounds like you're really, really happy with your experience. You're getting more views, getting more watchers. Again, results do vary. I must make one correction. I don't know about the pictures being protected. Seeing as though I am one of the company owners, the programmers, they do communicate with me. To my knowledge, the pictures are not protected. But then again, I don't know everything, and I'll be the first one to tell you, because if your pictures are protected, oh man, that's just totally awesome. But again, I don't think they are, but I could be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I could. I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong again in the future. But if you just listen to what Carlos said, he says, yeah, I was skeptical. Yeah, I was hesitant. But why not? If I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and if I'm looking to save time, and if eBay is all about listings and getting them up, well, why not make the process simpler? Why not make it quicker? He said even went out on a limb. He has an item up there for a $200 profit. Already has over 200 views.
And 11 watchers.
Yeah. And now, so that should let our viewers and our listeners know, Cassini search, it has no effect on eLister Pro. Like, it does not have any effect. So myth number one, debunked. Then, I think another myth that may be out there is something about white keywords. Many people see me teach something about white keywords. Don't teach that anymore. I'll tell you, use whatever color keywords you want to use. Also, make sure you understand and read eBay's policy, terms, and conditions for yourself. So, again, that myth, debunked. eLister Pro, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting results, and you're going to see as we continue to talk to our panelists this evening, they're going to share with you what has actually been going on with them. So let's go over to Miss Andrea Henderson. Andrea, how are you doing this evening?
Fine, how are you? Thanks, Jock, thanks.
I am doing great. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to share with our listeners, our viewers, how long you have been using eLister Pro, and what have you noticed going on inside of your eBay account as far as your listings? If you could do that, we would greatly appreciate it.
Thanks. I've been using eLister Pro for a couple weeks now. I got in when it first came out, and again, I was skeptical too. I was so concerned about the picture. I kept asking about the picture, but I was really tripping about that. But as I started working with eLister, and it's very simple to use, and again, I'm not a technical type of person, and if it's too complicated, it's going to take me a while to figure it out. But with eLister, it's so easy, and it makes listing easier for me. It does. So that's why I like it. And what I see going on with my listings is that I have a much more professional looking listing for one, and I noticed that they click on it right away more than the other listings that I have without eLister. That's just my experience. It seems like as soon as they see that I had that professional looking listing, they click on it right away, and already I had 3 or 4 sales when it started with eLister, but now I had about 7 to 8 sales already with eLister, and I just can't say enough good things about it. I really do enjoy using it. It's simple, it's not hard to use, and it makes listing, again, it takes the humdrum out of listing for me. So that's why I like it.
Okay, excellent. So let me ask you this question. Before eLister Pro, approximately how long was it taking you to put up an eBay listing, and now how long is it taking?
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like from California to New York. It would take me about 15 minutes. before eLister. Now, when I get everything set up, it takes me about 6 minutes, and that's if I'm not looking at TV and get it done. So it really has decreased my time to list. That's one thing I like about it. One of the many features I like about eLister.
Okay.
So from 15 minutes to about 6 minutes.
Okay. All right. So let me ask this question then. If you went from 15 minutes to 6 minutes, that's an average of about 9 minutes per listing being saved. So let's just say you put up 10 listings. That means you're going to save 90 minutes, which is an hour and a half. Here's my question to you, Andrea. How much is 1 hour of your time worth? You know, like, I don't know what it is, but tell our viewers, how much is 1 hour of your time worth if you can save it?
To save that time, it just means I can just list more, because again, it was taking me, I'm being honest with you, it was taking me all day to list. I mean, including research, I was going back and forth, and you know, for me, I've had and having a wonderful experience with eLister, so I'm going to continue to keep using it, so that time that I have, it's allowing me to list more.
Okay, excellent. So you're able to list more. Now, I'm just going to slide this in real quick, and I'm going to ask some of our other panelists about it later. There's something inside of eLister Pro called Easy, ASIN. Have you had the opportunity to use Easy ASIN? Let me just ask that.
I haven't yet, but
okay.
I plan on doing it, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll save that question for one of our other panelists, because I heard you mention something about research, and I was like, research? Who does research? We don't need to do no research. We just need to get items up, get them listed. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, definitely appreciate you sharing, and may come back to you and ask you another question, you know, maybe like, what's your favorite feature on eLister Pro? Let me just ask you real quick, though. If somebody were on the fence about eLister Pro and they were like, well, I don't want to get my account shut down, or so-and-so said, or I heard that about eLister Pro, or that jock guy, that guy that wears that shirt and tie, he's the one that's telling everybody to get eLister Pro. What would you say to people, Andrea, based on your experience?
Based on my experience, Jock, to be honest, you have to try it for yourself. You can't listen to the naysayers. You can't listen to what somebody said or what they did. Just try it out. I mean, they have a special going on right now. Just try it out for yourself. Either you like it or you don't. Just try it for yourself.
Very good. And again, definitely appreciate you sharing your testimonial with us this evening, as well as your personal experience, because as the saying goes, you know, how can you really judge something without trying it out? How can you really judge something without knowing how it works? How can you really judge something or give an accurate account if you haven't experienced it? That's like me saying, hey, it's always sunny in California, and I've never been to California, and I don't know what the weather is. I'm just going on what people say, or better yet, what the song says. But anyway, we're not going to sing you an eLister Pro song this evening. We're just going to let the panelists share what they have to share. So let's go to the white boy here in ATL, Atlanta's finest. It is Charles White, ladies and gentlemen. Charles White, let the people know about eLister Pro.
All I got to say, Jock, is I tell you. Okay. Can you hear me well, Jock?
I can hear you, man. I can hear you. I'm like Verizon, baby. I can hear you now.
Okay. But y'all that don't know, okay, the white boy got 4 kids, okay? I ain't got 20 minutes to be doing no listen. I need to put the items up quick, okay? I got a lot going on. Can you still hear me, Jock?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, I don't have a whole lot of time to list, so eLister Pro has really helped me out tremendously. I've said this before. I do work my full-time job, so my time is very limited. So at times I'll jump in the car with my laptop, and I may do 5 to 10 listings just in the car while my wife is driving, and we're dropping off the kids and running errands and so forth in the car. So it used to take me forever, Jock, to do something like that, but because of eLister Pro, it has really built my eBay business, and I'm just super excited to be a part of a community that allows this tool for everybody to use and share it with others as well.
Excellent. Now, you actually touched on something that's really important. You said being part of a community. You see, what happens in this industry a lot of times is people say this team, that team, my team, you know, this and that, that and the third. They alienate people. They orphan people versus just lending a hand and helping people out. Charles, I want to ask you, what has been your experience inside of the eLister Pro Facebook community as far as people helping people, regardless of what team they're on, knowing that they have a common goal of just trying to be profitable and save time in their eBay business?
Well, the community has been excellent, Jock. I can remember one of the team members inside the community had asked a simple question, and the question could have been something as if, you know, where do you find, you know, blase in the eLister Pro platform? And she probably got like 10 comments within a matter of 10 minutes on exactly explaining, you know, how to do certain things within eLister Pro. So it just, the community as a whole is awesome. Everybody, you know, enjoys each other, and I just love it. I really like it.
Excellent, excellent. So what would you say is probably your favorite feature of eLister Pro? Because it has a number of different features. If you just really had to hone in on one that you would like to highlight, which one would it be and why?
Well, if I may, Jock, I really like the easy ASIN, which actually helps you pull all the listings from, you know, Amazon so that you can go ahead and list quicker, because like I said, time is everything. And I know you talked about time, you know, earlier, and you know, I don't have a whole lot of time. So being that I'm able to pull all those items, you know, off that one, you know, Amazon site and be able to list those, I mean, that's just invaluable. I mean, I just can't, you know, talk enough about that tool itself. I mean, it's worth to me hundreds of dollars. I mean, really.
So yeah, so let me ask you, before eLister Pro, researching all, it was taking you about how long to do a listing, and now that you have eLister Pro as well as Easy ASIN, about how long is it taking to do a listing now? Give our viewers, you know, some solid information that they can evaluate, if you will.
Well, usually it will take me about 10 minutes to do the research, and once I do the research, you're looking at maybe another, you know, 5 to 15 minutes to actually, you know, list the item, because there were certain things that you had to go through to, you know, list it. So we're looking at roughly about maybe 20 to 35 minutes to list the item. That includes the research and listing it. So now, Jock, you know, with eLister Pro, we're looking at, I mean, you pull that easy ASIN out, and it pretty much pulls all those items, and you can list them, you know, one by one. We're looking at maybe about 5 minutes of listing, Jock.
That's including research.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take your lowest time frame, which was 20 minutes, and now you're saying 5 minutes. So you're saving an average of 15 minutes per listing. You're doing listings in the car. You're doing listings while you're dropping kids off at school. You're doing listings at the restaurant while you're waiting on dinner. Man, are you saving time or what?
Hey, I'm saving time and still cha-chinging at the same time, baby, okay? eLister Pro is the way to go. If you guys don't have it, you better get it, because I'm telling you, it's going down in the ATL, and the white boy is here to tell you, get eLister Pro, baby.
All right, so we definitely appreciate you, Charles. Man, we appreciate you coming out, sharing with us. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out by now, look, this is all we're doing. Number one, we're having fun. We are having fun. Number two, we're saving individuals time. Number three, we're getting up more professional listings. Number four, we're getting up more listings. Number five, these people are experiencing some phenomenal results. And again, if it's not worth $1 for you to try this out for 7 days, well, keep doing it the old way. But trust me when I tell you, eLister Pro is changing the game. You know, the game may have been one way, but just think about it. Let's see, for our sports fans, be it basketball or football, you know, over the years, the game is played a particular type of way. And that's what people become accustomed to seeing. But then there's a player or there's a team that comes along and they start to change things. You know, it's still the same common goal as far as scoring points and winning the game and beating your opponent, but the way that they do it, the way that they run the ball, the way they pass the ball, the way they jump, the way they slam dunk, they start to revolutionize the game. People start to, you know, take notice of it. People start to give all type of critiques and or support to that revolution, but ultimately it's a process that we as humans take on naturally anyway. If you're going to stay the same, then you're going to get the same results. Here in 2015, life, business, eBay, eLister Pro, whatever you want to call it, we're all about progression. So again, if you want to progress, come on, join the team. Get back to the person that referred you to this particular hangout. If you want to stay the same and sit there and keep knocking your head up against the computer, figuring out what to sell, asking questions, how do I price, and all that, go ahead and do what you do, because understand that eLister Pro, we get it. It's not for everybody, but you'll never know if it's for you or not unless you take the opportunity to try it. So now let's go speak to Mr. Cash with Craig, baby. We're jumping up to Ohio. It's cold in Ohio. I know because I'm originally from Ohio. Go Buckeyes. Craig.
It's freezing. It's freezing. Oh, no, it is.
Go ahead and share with our viewers a little bit about what you've experienced here with eBay as well as eLister Pro. You know, we want to know, Craig. I want you to share with the people. Has eLister Pro been a game changer for you? If so, how and why do you say so? So, Craig, take us away. Cash with Craigie, baby.
It has been a game changer for me in a variety of ways, but I want to just pile upon what everybody said about saving time. Recently, I was at an event with some training, and it was a simple software on how to do time management. And knowing that I can use, that I can put a listing up in 5 minutes because I've timed myself a variety of different ways. I can actually do it faster, but I give myself 5 minutes. 5 minutes worth of time, if I've got 15 minutes worth of time, I know I can sit down and list 15 minutes worth, and I know it's going to take me 5 minutes per listing to get those things up. And when you start looking at your schedule for the week, and you plan it out and you map it out and you do some time management things, you start realizing, so you know on Sunday night going to the next week how many listings you're going to get up using eLister Pro. So it's a time saver, and I'm getting a lot more listings up. I posted something today on my Facebook wall. I had 300 and some odd viewers on a listing I listed on Sunday. So it's definitely getting more viewers, more watchers, and it's definitely saving me time.
Excellent. Now, I think the last time you were out on a hangout, you did like a little 2-hour case study where you did some listings, you went and grabbed lunch, met somebody for lunch, came back, and something happened. Go ahead and share that with our viewers for those that might not have viewed that particular hangout and actually missed that experience that you had shared with us. If you'll go ahead and share that, please.
Sure. Yeah, that was the first morning I used it. I listed a patio set, 2 chairs and a table that you put out on your back deck, and I listed it at 9 o'clock in the morning. Went out and had met somebody for lunch at Panera. Came back and it sold at 2 o'clock that afternoon, and I've never had that happen before. And recently, since then, on Sunday, it was snowing here like crazy. I was on Amazon and I saw an item. I thought, oh boy, it may be too late for winter items, but I thought, oh, I'm going to list this. And it wasn't a big profit item. It was like a $20 profit item. But I listed it Sunday morning and it sold Monday night. So it's definitely a great tool to work with, Chuck. It's just a beautiful thing.
So let me make sure that I have this correct. What you're telling me, Craig, is that you're getting views, you're getting watchers, and you're getting sales with eLister Pro on top of saving time. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. And Easy ASIN, for those of you that don't have it, and you really want to get specific in a particular niche, there is not a better tool to use than Easy ASIN because it lists them right there for you. It's copy, paste, pull the information over, get a couple pictures up, put it in your eBay listing, boom, 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 and it's done. And move on to the next one.
Great, great. So
research, forget research. No more research.
So again, compressing time, ladies and gentlemen, compressing time, and being more productive in the time that you actually have. What would you say is one of your favorite features of eLister Pro? Because again, we're all about features, we're all about value, we're all about benefits. So which feature would you highlight?
I really like the blank listing. I use it a lot for other sites because I kind of think of it as my canvas for my listing, and I'm going to paint my listing the way I want it with my keywords, with what I'm trying to do with my listing, and using that blank listing is a beautiful thing. It really is. And I use it a lot, more than you would think. I would say half of my listings are using that blank listing feature.
Okay, so all right, that's a very interesting point. You're using the blank template feature, and you said you're still averaging about 5 minutes per listing. So for those that don't know, let our viewers know, Craig, which suppliers that the blank template feature can be used with.
Well, the one I use a lot is Overstock. And Overstock, a lot of their items, they don't have great descriptions, and their bullet points are very limited. So I'll see what that item is. I use other tools to give me a good title and good keywords. I'll put it in, and I'll use that blank listing to layer my keywords in my description and in my bullet points, and I get great sales with that from Overstock. Overstock's a beautiful one to use the blank listing tool with, in my opinion.
Okay.
And also, and Cabela's is another one too. Cabela's is
all right. Hold on. So, in a general sense, is there any limitation to the particular supplier that eLister Pro can work in conjunction with, even though it may not pull information from other suppliers? Can you use any supplier that you want in conjunction with eLister Pro and still get results? That's my question.
I bet I have 10 different suppliers using the blank listing since I've gotten eLister Pro. So
hello! I don't know if y'all heard what he said, but the man said 10 different suppliers. Hello! Craig, Cash with Craig, you are definitely the man. We appreciate you, all that you do, providing value to our community, as well as letting people out here know what eLister Pro has to offer. So again, we appreciate it, and we may get the opportunity to come back to you. So right now, what we're going to do. All right, thanks a lot. So right now, what we're going to do, we're going to skip on over here to Sweet Home Alabama, and we're going to go ahead and talk to Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in eLister Pro. Oh no. So ladies and gentlemen, I am having fun tonight. Like, I am super excited, and sorry, if you've never seen me this excited, but I'm just excited because with so much negativity out in the world, and so much positivity, or whatever the word you want to use, I'm just excited, because the negative stuff, you just have to let it bounce off of you. The positive stuff, you have to absorb it, and you have to let it drive you and motivate you, because what I want people to understand is that you can create success. Whatever level of success you want to create, you can create it, with or without eLister Pro. I'm just going to be straightforward with you. However, with eLister Pro, well, as Miss Mary is going to help you to appreciate what are the benefits of using eLister Pro that you've personally experienced, Miss Mary.
I like the fact that I have more viewers and more watchers on my listing now. Before I started using eLister Pro, it's like nobody would look at my stuff. And now on one of my listings, I have like 17 viewers, and one of them I have like 1,700, and one I have like 1,300, and it's like in the hundreds versus like none at all. So people are looking at my items, and people are buying my items now since I've been using eLister Pro, and I like it.
Okay, so approximately how long have you been using eLister Pro, and how long have you been, selling on eBay?
eLister Pro for about 2 months, and eBay for about a year.
Okay, so what has been the biggest difference? I know you said views and watchers. Maybe you can help our viewers appreciate some other benefits that you've personally noticed in the last 2 months as a result of you using eLister Pro.
Well, on my listing, there are more professional looking. They look like somebody want to read it versus something that's goobly and gobbly. It's straight up professional looking, and it's inviting. The listing is inviting. You'll want to take a look at it. I mean, even if you didn't want to purchase the item, the listing looks so good that you want to buy it.
Excellent. Wow.
And one of the other features that I like in eLister Pro is the calculator. I don't like doing all that calculating and all that kind of stuff. I just want to know how much money I'm going to get back from this sale. So eLister Pro has this feature in there in the calculator. You just put in there, you just bring your information over from Amazon, and you just put in your amount that you want from that sale, and it spits you out what you need to sell it for. And you just take that and put it over in eBay. And then I like the copy protection. I love that. I mean, you can like click, click, clack, clack all you want to, but you ain't getting nothing. I mean, if you want to copy that list, you have to type that out. You have to keep typing there. And I like that. And it's got like a picture, the picture thing where, you know, when you bring the listing over from Amazon, it pulls your pictures over too. So now when you go there, you don't have to you just stay in one area. You don't have to go back and forth copying and pasting. You just pull it down from right there.
Okay, excellent. So let me ask you this question. Is eLister Pro a turbo lister or a bulk lister, or do you still have to copy and paste?
It's not a turbo list or anything like that. The only thing that you have to copy and paste is your title and your HTML for your description, but it pulls everything over in eLister Pro. You ain't got to worry about doing all that.
Right. Okay.
Just
so,
two things.
all right. So if somebody were on the fence, you know, somebody was watching this hangout and they were saying, well, so and so said that eLister Pro does this, and then so and so said that eLister Pro is going to do that. What would you say to somebody that's on the fence? I mean, like, what would you honestly tell that person as far as deciding whether or not they want to try eLister Pro?
I tell them like this, Jock. If so-and-so told you this, that means so-and-so didn't get eLister Pro. They don't know about eLister Pro. Because if they had got eLister Pro, they'll be telling, hey, look, you need to get this right here. They'll be telling you that. They won't tell you nothing else different about it because you can't. I mean, it speaks for itself. The program, the software, it speaks for itself. I mean, right now we have like $1 trial, so it's like less than 15 cents a day for a week. I mean, you got a few days to check it out. Check it out. Hey.
Hey, Miss Mary is breaking it down. That's why we call her Miss Mary Mac. So now, you've had the opportunity to interact with the owners of eLister Pro, including myself. What would you say our attitude is as far as really trying to help people, or just the value that we're trying to bring to the industry? What would you say about the owners? Now, I didn't ask you this question beforehand. I know I'm probably putting you on the spot. If you got something bad or negative to say, then say it. You know, I can take it. I can take it because I've taken a lot more from people with a lot more influence, so I can take it.
You guys really suck. No, I'm just kidding. No, with the team, with the owners, it's like they're there. They answering every question. I mean, if we have issues or if we think we need to have something improved in an area, we let them know. They get to work and they fix it. We ask questions in the group, ask them, they answer. You send them messages and stuff, send emails, whatever, they respond, they reply. It's not like no 2 or 3 days. It's like right then, you know, that they reply, they respond. So, I mean, that part is really good because that means that you guys are really engaged in what you're doing. You're monitoring what you're doing, and you're communicating back to the community.
Excellent. And again, definitely thank you for coming out, sharing with us this evening, Ms. Mary. And something that, you know, a lot of people may not know or even understand about eLister Pro is that we've gotten so much feedback from our community that our community has actually helped us to improve the product. Why? Because, you know, when you have one person, you know, listing on eBay, they can give you one perspective. But then when you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 people giving you feedback on different things that they see, and you take that into account, and then you notice like some common themes that are developing, then as a business owner, you know, you can take that information and pretty much segment it and say, hey, let's give some attention here and see what needs to be done to help the individuals that are actually using the product, to improve the product. Because the bottom line is this: if people were not finding value in eLister Pro, we wouldn't have over 900 people inside of our Facebook community, despite any and everything that's been said about eLister Pro out there in the industry, on Facebook, you know, on YouTube, whatever. You know, again, people are not coming to eLister Pro because they just got money that they want to give away. People are not coming to eLister Pro because they have nothing else to do with their time aside from hang out with the Atlanta's home shirt and tie guy. No, people are coming to eLister Pro because they're looking for a solution. People are coming to eLister Pro because eLister Pro is putting value out there and is helping people as far as their eBay business is concerned. And here's something that I'll say that I had to learn, you know, over the last 3.5 years that I've been online, is that if you create enough value in other people's lives and help them to get what they want, then you'll ultimately end up getting what you want. So in your life, in your business, even when dealing with your eBay customers, be value driven, and then you're going to get the results. So this next gentleman that we're going to invite up, this is a young gentleman, and I had heard about this gentleman through the grapevine. I'll just say that, you know, everybody remembers the song, right? You heard it through the grapevine. So I had heard some good things about this gentleman through the grapevine, and then when we had our event here in Atlanta, I actually saw this gentleman on stage sharing his story. And again, he's young. He's a college student, but I'm going to tell you, this young gentleman is a rock star. Like, man, this guy is a rock star. You should have seen him on stage sharing his story. So a few days ago, I believe, he actually messaged me, and he was asking a question about eLister Pro or had made a comment. And at first, I didn't know who it was. You know, I just gave an answer. And then he sent me another message, and, you know, I was like, who is this? You know, so I went and clicked on his profile, and I was like, oh, man, this is the rock star. This is the young rock star, baby. So anyway, he was just telling me, you know, he was like, hey, you know, I'm checking out eLister Pro. You know, it looks pretty interesting. You know, I'll get back to you and share with you my experience. Well, not only did he get back with me, but this guy made a, like, testimonial video that made me want to get up and make a video about my own product and company, and I'm one of the owners. I was like, whoa, this guy just blew the doors off of it. So I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to introduce Mr. coming to the stage again, Jason Litwin out of Nevada, baby. Out of Nevada, way out there in the desert. Jason, tell our viewers whatever you want to tell them, because I know whatever you tell them, it's going to be of value, it's going to be of benefit, and do what you do, young man.
Well, thank you for that introduction. Yeah, eLister Pro, let me tell you something right now. I just got an eBay limit raised to 1,000 items. I got all this other stuff going on in business. eLister Pro has changed the game for me because my eBay business has actually gotten too big for me to handle. And you know what? I don't want to trust someone with my eBay account outsourcing anything to list my items, to research my items. I'll tell you right now, I barely research my items anymore because I got a 1,000 limit. I'm just going to start pumping them out, pumping them out, pumping them out. eLister Pro, if it only made the template look nicer, if it only made it a little bit quicker to list things, it would be worth the money. But it goes above and beyond. You get easy ASIN, and all of a sudden your research is done in 10 minutes. You get you start using other suppliers with the blank listing, and your listings are going up in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I used to take 8 to 12 minutes. I'm pretty tech savvy, so I was doing okay on my own. But to get 1,000 items up at 10 minutes an item, forget about it. I'm getting them up in 2, 3, 4 minutes. It's going out. I'm going to have 1,000 items up by Friday. That's my goal. I got, you know, absolutely phenomenal. I love this product. You know, I shared it with so many people. And, I mean, people got to stop being greedy. We're asking for $1 for you to try this out for 7 days. Okay? It's going to change your business. It's going to make so much more money for you than that $1. It's going to make you so much more money for you every month than that monthly fee. And it's going to make you look like a professional. You want a professional eBay business so you can make a professional income. Okay? None of this scraggly stuff, Microsoft Word nonsense. You know, have a real template. Have a real cool HTML. Keep people off your listings. Get these spiders out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it's awesome. It is awesome, and I am so glad I found it. Okay, I don't even care if nobody else decides to come on my affiliate side with this. I am here using this. This thing's going to make me thousands a month. It's going to just help me. Okay, I would never. I want to go out sometimes. I want to go find a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I don't have time to be putting up 1,000 listings all by myself using Microsoft Word and all that nonsense. So it's so perfect. I can't wait for them to improve improve upon it because it's already so good that anything they add is just going to be amazing. So absolutely awesome. I'm so excited. I love it. I love it.
All right, so let me ask you this question, Jason. How did you hear about eLister Pro, and what were your thoughts before you actually got the product and started using it?
All right, well, my thoughts about eLister Pro, I heard about it just from some Facebook posts that happened to end up on my wall. After the event, I was getting friend requests up the, crazy friend requests. So I started connecting with people that were probably already in eLister Pro before me. I found out about this about 2 days. In the last 2 days, I've gotten up about 125 listings. And it, honestly, my thoughts going into it was Jacques T. Morris is behind this. He's in the UOP. I know this guy from the event. He knows exactly what he's doing. Anything this guy has to say about eBay, I'm going to listen to it. Anything he has for me to buy that's going to help me on eBay, I'm going to buy it. Because I'll tell you right now, Jacques is killing it on eBay. And if I follow his footsteps, I'm going to kill it on eBay even more than I already am. So that was my thoughts. I came in with a total positive attitude. I tried it out, and as soon as I made my first 2-3 listings, I was hooked. And that was it. And it made listing fun again. It made the research not all meticulous. And it made me realize that when I was doing all the research myself, I was wasting my time 80% of the time because I was only selling 15 to 20%. If I can get 1,000 listings up and sell only 10% even, that's more sales than I've ever made in my life in a month. Okay? Since I started using this, I've started making more sales. I have more traffic coming to my store. It's not even halfway through the month, and I've already made 40 sales. I made about 8 sales in the last 2 days since I started using this product. Okay? Forget about it. It's ridiculous. It makes everything so much more optimized, and it's perfect. There is nothing I can say bad about this tool.
Man, we definitely appreciate that, Jason, because I've read all types of things on the internet, people saying this, people saying that, and anybody that knows me knows that, I definitely try to focus on being as positive as possible. And despite what people are saying, despite, innuendos and just all types of nonsense, if you will, I just stay focused on the bigger picture, the bigger goal. You made an excellent point. You said, hey, even if nobody else uses eLister Pro, you're going to keep on using it. And that's the same way that I feel. The bottom line, like I told people, that when this was originally an idea, it was just for me and my partner. We were the only ones going to use it. We were going to make a whole bunch of money on eBay. We were going to share those, results, and then have everybody say, hey, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? And we were just going to say, keep on listing, keep on listing, keep on listing. But I was like, dude, this right here, this is going to change the game for people. This is going to help so many people out because the bottom line, listing is an arduous, boring process. I don't care what anybody says. It's boring. It's arduous. It's meticulous. So if you can add a fun element to it, if you can speed it up, if you can see yourself progressing a lot quicker, then why in the world would you not do it? So what I'm going to do real quick is anybody that just wants to step out and give a final comment, because we're like about 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and so we're going to be wrapping things up here really briefly. Anybody that just wants to step out and give a final comment about eLister Pro, Easy ASIN, or even Dropship Mogul, which we haven't even talked about Dropship Mogul. But let me just tell you, there's some things about eBay that you need to know that you don't know because you're not being taught. And once you know these things and you understand these things, it's going to put you in a different mindset. Because think about it. If everybody has the same training, if everybody's listing on the same platform, if everybody, quote unquote, is doing the same thing, but they're not experiencing the same results, then quite possibly there's something that's different. And I'm going to tell you straight up, it starts right here in between these 6 inches of my ears. It's how you think. So I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a visionary. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a progressive individual, and that's what we're doing here with eLister Pro. So let me shut up because y'all know me. I'll get to going, baby. I'll get to going because I get hyped. Anyway, anybody that wants to step out and say any last words about eLister Pro?
I do.
All right, so go ahead, Callie, then Andrea.
Okay, that was another cool feature that is on eLister Pro that many people don't realize that they're not really talking about is there are training videos that are on there that will help you get through this. And don't just sit down and watch them once. watch them over and over and over again, because honestly, I've gone back and watched some of those videos 4 or 5 times, and every time I get in there, I pick up a little tiny clue that's going to help me not just use the product, but it's also going to make my business better. And you got to watch those videos. If you haven't, do it. And that's the thing that I absolutely love about Dropship Mogul. I had it a while ago, and then they took it down and revamped it. And I missed it so bad. I'm so glad it's back up, because there's great additional training on there that is really super beneficial. Jacques has gone in and done a phenomenal job with these videos. He's very easy to watch. It's very precise. There's a ton of information, and he takes you step by step on things. It's not just a rush job like some videos that I have watched, information videos. These are step by step. He helps you out. Take advantage of that. I mean, there is so much information in there that will help you grow in your business itself, not just with eLister, but just in general, that you can't not want to sit and watch it. That's how good these videos are. So if you don't have Dropship Mogul, get it, because it's going to really take your business to another level that is going to be phenomenal for you personally.
All right, thanks a lot, Callie. Andrea, you had something you wanted to say in closing?
Yes, in closing, I just want to say, again, from my experience, that I really do enjoy eLister, and it doesn't matter what anybody said, what anybody did. I mean, just try it for yourself and see if this is something that can propel your business to the next level. It's either you like it or you don't. But for me, I like it, and it's helped me so much. So try it.
All right, thanks a lot, Andrea. And again, ladies and gentlemen that are viewing this particular hangout, you can actually connect with any of our panelists. You can ask them personal questions. Well, you can ask them, questions on a one-on-one basis about eLister Pro, or you can go to eListerPro.com. You can do whatever you want. The bottom line is, we're inviting you to try it and experience it for yourself. Okay? Who's next?
Yeah, may I add something, Jack?
Yes.
Yes, in regards to the ECASIN and the Dropship Mogul, let me tell you guys, even though I was kind of skeptical at the beginning, when I first bought the eLister Pro and started listing the products, using the tool and all that, after I joined the community, right, and started to have, experience, or after I started to experience a lot of good things with my eLister Pro account, and I heard about this ECASIN tool. Actually, I think I was at the live webinar when you shut that tool out, and I was hooked. I just bought it right then and there. But I was in the live call because I couldn't get in the in the live webinar on the PC. I was listening to the live webinar, and I just went to the computer right after the webinar was off, and I bought the tool. Not only that, I also bought Dropship Mogul without it being available online. I mean, that's how confident I became after I started experiencing all the things I've been experiencing with the eLister Pro community. I mean, I can tell it to you to your face, Chuck. You guys are doing a great job. We really appreciate it. And like Andrea said, it doesn't matter what people are saying out there. You got to try this out. If you want to, and as you say in the training, you can't have an opinion over something that you don't happen to have all the facts. You have to have the facts. You have to experience the eLister Pro. You have to do the eLister Pro experience. Join the community. Do your listings. Try it out for 7 days. After all, like Jason said, it's just $1. I mean, what can you do with $1?
All right, definitely appreciate you, Carlos. Anybody else want to step out and give some final thoughts or words?
Yeah, I got one more thing to say, if that's all right with you.
Okay, go ahead.
No, just like Carlos just finished saying, I mean, how serious are you about your business? You're not going to invest $1 to try something out that, even if it didn't work, it may work. It may help you. So it really isn't that much of a risk. Take the shot, give it a try, and you'll probably end up swimming in money by the end of the time you're done listing on eBay, and you're up to this level where you're listing 1,000, 5,000. Because even if you're at 100, okay, wouldn't you rather spend the same amount of time that you'd be spending listing by yourself, doing something else, making the same, if not more money? It's that simple. It's $1. Give it a shot. You cancel your subscription if you don't like it, but you probably won't because you're gonna love it. Simple as that.
All right, appreciate you, Jason. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out here right fast. Go ahead and get eLister Pro. Why? It's $1 trial right now. It's only $1. Like I said, it's less than 50 cents a day, and you'll get to experience it for yourself. Watch the videos in there and put up some listings and see what they look like, see what kind of views you get, and you may even get some sales out of it. But go ahead and try it right now. I mean, if you feel like you don't waste your dollar after you're gonna try it for a trial, I'll send you $1 back in PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Try it. Yeah.
Miss Mary Mack, you just shut him down. You just told him, look, if you don't want to try $1, if you feel like you wasted your $1, Miss Mary says she'll send you $1 back. She'll send it back. Miss Mary, I'm going to take you up on that offer, and I'm one of the owners of the company. Hey, we definitely appreciate you. Anybody else want to step out there? Any final words? Anybody else?
The group, the Facebook group's amazing too, Jack.
Okay.
People don't overlook that.
All right, excellent. Appreciate you sharing that with our viewers. So, Alfredo, Charles, any last words? Either of you?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back.
Okay. Any final thoughts you want to share?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Any final thoughts?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I just want to say I agree with the group that this is some software or some tool that you must have. You must own it and you must try it. At least try it, like Jason says. If you don't like it, well, say goodbye to it. But once you use it, you're hooked. I've been hooked since day one on the beta, and I won't list without it. Also, the EasyASIN, I'm hooked with it. I have an Excel spreadsheet that has like 1,000 ASIN. And so I don't get bored. I jump around niches. This niche one day, this niche another day, you know, until I list them all or just find some more.
Excellent, excellent. Again, thank you for sharing that with us, Alfredo, and thank you for coming out this evening. All right. Charles White, did you have any final words, sir?
Yeah, definitely, Jock. eLister Pro is definitely the way to go. If you guys are watching this Hangout and you haven't gotten it yet, I would definitely encourage you to get it. Try it out, like they said, for $1 for the first 7 days. If you like it, cool. If you don't, we understand. But it's definitely the way to go. It'll increase your sales, your listings, time, everything. So it's definitely the way to go.
All right, excellent. So definitely appreciate that, and want to thank all of our panelists for coming out this evening, sharing their stories, sharing their experience. None of our panelists were paid. They all voluntarily came out and wanted to share their stories. And we want to thank all of our viewers, for your time as well as your attention. And, just in closing, again, many of you probably have seen me out there. Some of you may not even know me. And, again, you're probably going to see me out there because, I plan on being around for a very long time. Mm-hmm. I plan on continuing to help this company as well as our community grow, because when you experience a certain level of success, you definitely want to reach back and you want to help other people to experience, whatever level of success it is that they're trying to achieve. And as far as eLister Pro, we're not trying to be in conflict with anybody. We're not trying to be in conflict with anything. We understand that there are other tools, there are other softwares, there are all kind of things out there in the industry. But like I tell everybody, when you create a community, and that community is very positive, and people want to be associated with something that's positive, then that's where, the real value is. When you got a guy that wears a shirt and tie, and works from home, like typically people put on shirt and ties to work in corporate America. Well, here's a guy that wears a shirt and tie and he works from home. Why? Because that's what I'm comfortable in. That's what I do. And so, again, if we step on anybody's toes, hey, we'll tell you, we apologize, we're sorry. But at the same time, we're not going to stop being who we are, regardless of what somebody may say or what somebody may do, because the bottom line is this: provide value to people, and they'll let you know whether or not you have something good. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for your time. We'd like to thank you for your attention. I am Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy, Mr. AKA marketing with a style and a smile. Jeez, that's on my own, and we'll see you next time.